All right, so let's get into the January 2024 results meeting. How do we do? 407. Okay, so 400 was a goal of ours because, that's just the next level to get to. So let's get off ourselves. We had to have a really strong finish to get there, so I'm really glad we got there. And now we can move on to bigger things like 500,000. But for now, 407 is great because December was 369. So it's definitely a lot better there. And January, we always go back to how we did the year previous. We were at 564,000. Okay, so obviously the market and the climate was a little different back then. But that is our next goal now, is to get back to where we were at 500,000. And I believe we have the team to be able to do that. All right, so what else do we do? Okay, we had our voicemail over sales ratio. It actually decreased from 86% to 78%. January is generally just a busier month, so we got a little bit more calls. I know some of you guys' phone hours just really stood out to me, how hard you guys were working, but we got a lot more voicemails. Okay, but that's something that I'm sure we could turn things around, and that is something that we're trying to do here. One of the reasons I think maybe we got so many calls is because we made so many outbound calls. With 2 full-time people in TCO making full outbound calls right now. So when they make those outbound calls, they do call back. So leads are calling back, and it's just a lot busier because that's 2 full-time making calls, 400 calls a day, and that is generating a lot of activity for us. We started our team life contest. Thanks to Enrique, that's going really well. So that's something that we started. And we had our first leadership book review. And that was a great experience for us. We read Choose Your Enemies Wisely. We really talked about our careers, and we really got to get to know each other. We got introspective and really figured out ways that how the book could help us as an agency and also in your own personal lives too. So it was a great experiment, and if you guys didn't join us, then I recommend you guys reading the book of the month, because reading books has really made a difference in my life, and I encourage you guys to do so because I believe in the power of it. All right, great. So let's get into the results meeting here. We have some winners in our room here, so let's get into that. Oh, we also are going to talk about how my January went, and then end it with why do hard shit. So January 2024 winners, we have most hours worked. So January was a great. We're gonna be saying her name a lot, so don't worry. We'll get there. But January was a great month for us as far as attendance goes because, I think we're all fired up. January is usually a month where people got some rest during December, make our vision boards, and people usually come back really fired up. And that seems to be the case. There's no holidays. And we had our best attendance month ever, probably at 92% average, and 8 people over 100%, including Mari and Jeanette. Mari at 100%, Jeanette at 101%, and that doesn't even get them to the top 3 because we had third place, 102%. We have 4 people, Alexis, Iris, Enrique, and America with 102%. And second place, Jackie at 107% and not even first place for once. So that means, who do we have for our first place finisher for most hours worked? Let's get up for Christian with 107%. 108, yeah, it was 108, yeah. That's why Jack was 107. So it's your second month, okay. There's not so much you can control. You don't know what's going to happen, but one of the things you can control is just being here, and that's something that he has shown with a great attitude. So, great signs for things to come is when we have somebody that is committed to their career and is here when they're scheduled. So, great start for Christian. Give it up for him again. It's always good to have your face on the board here. I think that should be everyone's goal, every meeting. So great job. Most payments made. Wendy with 57, Diana of 65. I do want to give them a shout out too because they have really worked hard. They started around the same time, no insurance background, but now they're really ready to take the next step. So we got their licensing materials ready, and I'm really excited for them because just like Christian's a future superstars, I just see so many future superstars here, and them too are someone that I'm really looking forward to seeing grow. First place finisher for most payments, so now we can say her name. Jackie. 98. So she's been here for 7 months now. It seems like it, right? but and has won this contest 6 months in a row. Okay, so that's incredible consistency. $150 winner once again. So let's get up for Jackie one more time. Oh, we're gonna say her name more. Most phone calls. Eva with 831. These are big time numbers here. Diana with 925. First place finisher with how many? Exactly 1,000. So Wendy, Day, and Jackie were the top inbound callers. Okay, they're taking so many calls. It's incredible, which we really appreciate. But the outbound calls, as far as making those calls to follow up with our leads, we have Victoria, third place, America, second place, and Christian with the most outbound calls. So let's get it for the outbound callers too. Most phone hours. These are some big time numbers because most of the time these will be number one in the for the month. Lupe with 76 hours. Victoria with 83 hours. Okay, big time numbers there. Yeah, definitely Victoria, great job there. First place finisher for most hours on the phone. We actually got somebody different.
Wendy.
Christian with 84 hours. That's a lot of hours on the phone. Now, again, this is only his second month at least, actually this month. First month was 67. That's a lot of phone calls for someone brand new at our office and getting to 84 hours on the phone. So, there's a lot of indicators I've seen in the past when it comes to future success. And one of them is availability, just as far as being here. But you got to be here first and foremost. But the second thing is, are you a hard worker or not? So great signs all over for this guy. So I really want to congratulate him for having really strong indicators of future success here. Highest closing ratio. Great job. We have third place. Average is 9%. So if you're average higher than 9, then you're above average with closing ratio. We have Judith with 13%. Espedi with 13%. And the first place finisher for highest closing ratio? Jeanette with 22%. So Jeanette, one of the things I'll tell you guys a little story, true story, okay, is that we had a phone interview scheduled. And back then I was in the phone interview before Laura. And she called me and she told me about her experience. And she got to a point almost where I almost offered a job over the phone, which is something that I've never done. And I actually have to meet with them first. Then I still don't even offer them a job, and I usually email them after. But that's how much of a persuasive or good salesperson that she was. She almost did. I didn't offer her the job, but that's when I knew, okay, this is a true salesperson. She knows how to lead the conversation towards what she wants. So great signs, and she's proven me right. Best month ever. We have 4 agents here. Who do we have first? We have Genesis, we have Jeanette, we have Christian, and we have one more.
And Lupe.
Let's give it up for Lupe. With 12,000. Lupe had an incredible month. She just got back with us in December. So first month, 5,000. Okay, now 12,000. That doesn't tell the whole story because she was here 99% attendance. For someone who's licensed, she did the most tickets and most payments for someone who's licensed. Okay. Third in phone hours, fourth in closing ratio, and she participated in the book review, which is great to see her take that leadership opportunity there. I think she shared with us her enemy is her injury and how that motivates her. And I think there's just all these signs. We have a lot of future superstars here, but I'm really excited to see Lupe as one of them too. So great month, Lupe. Let's give it for Lupe one more time. And we're seeing this guy face a lot today because we have Christian with 16,000. First month, 2,000. Okay, but we already mentioned it. Number one in attendance, 108%. First in phone hours, availability, activity. That thing he definitely has down for us. So let's get it for Christian one more time for his best month ever. And I'm sure these numbers are just continue to rise. And then we have a special best month ever with 28,000. Let's get it up for Genesis. Her best month ever prior to this was 19,000 in November. So not only did she break the 20K level, but she also broke the 25K level. 97% attendance. One of the things I really want to appreciate her, which I've mentioned many times, but our office opens at 8. And it's important for every business to get off to a good start of the day because every day is a battle and getting off to a good start is so important. And Genesis, along with Christian, they're always here, always early, every single day. And that's something as a business, we have some closers in the office too, people who close down the office, but opening the office is important and I want to give them so much credit for making my job easier as far as like 8 o'clock, what's going to happen. We got leads, people leaving voicemail that want quotes. We've got team CEO already on the phones transferring stuff and they're ready. And that's something that I truly appreciate from both of them. But for now, let's congratulate Genesis, 28,000. I think 30 is next. And then Jeanette with 45,000. Okay, her best month ever prior to this was 32,000 all the way back in April. And there's going to be more on her later. Hustle Award. There's 21 of us here, 22 of us here. Okay, so if you're nominated in the top 3, you're doing things. And this one was a tough month because there's a lot of people that deserve nomination, including Alexis and Lupe. But here's our top 3. America, 102% attendance, 7th in phone calls, 4th in phone hours. Let's get for America. Christian, 108% attendance, 5th in phone calls, 1st in phone hours. Let's get for Christian. And we always have to put Jackie in here, right? 107% attendance, 1st in phone calls, 6th in phone hours. So usually it's like, okay, we all know it's Jackie, right? It's like numbers don't lie, right? This one was harder. This one was super close, I honestly have to say. And so for last month, January 2024, Christian, I almost gave it to you, but let's give it up for Jackie.
Don't make him my enemy.
He's after you. He's just the eyes. Congratulations to Christian and Jackie, but yeah, it's getting closer. Yeah, it's getting closer, and I love to see the level of hustle really getting higher there. This is now her 6 months in a row, 2nd in attendance, 1st in payments, 1st in phone calls, super consistent for the last 7 years. From the very first 7 months. Super consistent, and when we talk future superstars, we already know, but I'm really excited to see her take the next step this year. All right, now Life Agent of the Month. This is going to be an exciting category, but for now we have 3rd place 0, 2nd place 0. Okay, we're getting there though. But the 1st place finisher for Life Agent of the Month, let's get up for Enrique. So Enrique is the one who came up with the life contest, the team life contest, which was a great idea. And one of the things I want to share with you guys is it takes a certain person to be able to be willing to take a step backwards, because I do believe that all the time it takes to learn the product and me working with me and updating Keep and seeing how that works and coming up with these ideas, but he sees the big picture because there's a lot of money in life insurance. And even though it doesn't happen right away, we're starting off with small policies. It takes a certain individual to be able to look at the big picture, take a step backwards, not only for his own career, but for the agency's need. And that's something I truly appreciate him, because there's so much money to be made in life insurance, and he is definitely taking the lead in that. So let's give it up for Enrique for Life Agent of the Month. Congrats. All right, so we still need now 16. And we have 7 weeks left. So we're not there yet where I'm super stressed out, but let's not get there and try to get these in, because it is a little commission cut for you guys, but it's a significant one for me. Okay, so we have some work to do, and I feel like the momentum is definitely building. Lupe and Jamie, thank you guys for the referral for those 2. Okay, so let's get up for the life marketers too, and Team East. But we definitely want to step it up here as a team and get this done. CSR of the month. Most tickets completed. Day with 43. Big time numbers there. Great job, Day. And then Jackie with 50. So that means we may have a different 1st place finisher. So it is going to be Iris with 51. Let's get up for Iris. So this is her 3rd time winning this contest. And again, great numbers here, 102% attendance, 4th in payments, I just love it, how motivated she is. She's learning the new product and just comes here with, just the availability and the attitude. And she's really ready to learn and step it up in the life insurance department too. So when it comes to future superstars, Iris is definitely one of them. Congratulations. All right, let's get into these sales categories here. So third place, most sales. Let's get up for Enrique. 37K. Again, there's 16 sales agents here now, licensed agents here, 102% attendance. So being in the top 3 is a huge deal. He did sell 3 business policies that's really helped him out. Just a great team attitude, okay, as far as, hey, we got to get this done, coming up with ideas and taking the steps. So there's a lot of money in life insurance, and this is just the beginning. But the good thing is that he's not going to forget how to write the other stuff. There's all the stuff he knows how to write. So becoming a super well-balanced agent and someone who is not going to be not in the top 3 for long times to come. So let's give it up again for Enrique. Here you go. All right, speech time. Yeah.
What do you think of your month?
I don't like it.
No.
No. Need to get higher.
Second in most sales. This is her first time in the top 3 or top 2. So if you guys ever been in that moment, that's a big deal for us, is to be in that category for the first time. So I'm really happy to present to you guys our second place finisher for last month. Let's get up for Jeanette. So let's welcome Jeanette to the Big Money Club. I think one of the things that I want to share with you guys is that, during our careers, we have different moments. And there were some times last year where, maybe she will admit it too, where it wasn't at her best. 1 month, 6K, and just, different maybe activity level or motivational level. But that's one thing I love just seeing is people just changing and getting better. And I think starting December, I don't know, something switched. And then New Year's, take it to another level. So I just love people seeing from where they are to being able to get where they can be. Because people do change. And I think a lot of people don't believe in that. But people can get better. And I think Jeanette is someone who's really shown us that if you just want to commit, and if you just want to improve your financial situation, it's just up to you. So 590 phone calls, 101% attendance, 54 hours on the phone, first in closing ratio, first in broker fees, first in broker fee average, $3,000 in commission, $1,600 in broker fees. That's over $5,000, and add that to her hourly. So she made $8,000 last month. Over that, you do times 12. If you could do that every single month, that's a 100K earner right there. So making $8,000. Thanks for showing us that a shift in attitude and activity level could result in big money. So let's get it up for Jeanette for second place finisher. Congratulations. Speech? We made Enrique do a speech.
No, I'm just thankful for you giving me the opportunity to work with you. And as you mentioned earlier that you wanted to hire me over the phone, and I told you, yeah, I'm this person, and I came through with it. And I told you starting January, I'm gonna give you my sales, and I'm gonna show you what I'm about, and I did.
That's right. Thank you. You definitely did show us. So really proud of you, and really proud. And that's the type of moments I want to have with all of you guys, is to see you guys come from different situations, different backgrounds. Even once you're here, have some ups and downs, and step up and take it to the next level. All right, and then the Agent of the Month. Another special one because this is her first time ever. And first time ever is a big deal because how many Agents of the Month has there been in the last 10 years? There's only been 3. Now there's 4. So let's get up for Spady. So the first time she got hired here, how old were you? 21, I think. So that time around didn't go as well. Okay. But we just talked about people changing. And the agency has changed big time there too. But as we get older, things change. But I will tell you from the very beginning, when we hired her, I just kind of felt like, I kind of knew that we had a future superstar. But things have to catch up as we develop. Sometimes our priorities change. Our maturity level changes. We go through difficult scenarios that humble us in this business. And the perspective changes too. So Espady is just a great example of people that can change. I just really appreciate her for being someone that, I had doubts, but in the beginning I believed in her. And now she's proven me right that she definitely is a superstar in this business. So first time ever is a big deal for us for the Agent of the Month. Let's get it up for Spady. Santos. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right. Speech from Spady.
Well, I'm just blessed to be here. You know, like I've been in other agencies and there's a huge difference and there's definitely, it's not the same. Like you have to really hunt for leads elsewhere. And here the phone never stops ringing. So it's a blessing.
Sometimes it takes time for, some of your visions to come true. 7 years is a long time, but, for me to feel like, okay, this is going to be a superstar here, sometimes it takes time, but I'm really happy that I kept with you and I believed in you, and now you're proving me right. So, great moment here for us. Something to come in February 21st, in 2 weeks, we're going to have our annual award ceremony. So 2023, we're going to be giving out some awards for the whole year. But this is something we'll do also next year around this time. So this is just January, so there's a lot of categories that are wide open this year. Okay, Agent of the Month, Life Agent of the Month, CSR of the Year, Rookie of the Year. So I'm really excited for just this year's, to celebrate last year's, but maybe it's something to think about as far as next year, who has these goals. Okay, because January has just started, we still have 11 months to go. Really excited to see many of you guys step up. All right, so great job, team. It was a great month. So let's go over my January. Okay?